Hey, hope you all are good. Okay, so a lot of time, some people tend to apportion blames and cut corners, try to cut corners. Instead of taking responsibilities for what they have done, they push blames. It could be in an office, could be in the home, could be in a school setting, wherever it is. They tend to push blames. You don't know that when you take responsibility, you are being responsible. Taking up your responsibility is being responsible. What does it mean to take what is responsibility? Responsibility is accepting your fault when you are fault. When you are at fault, when you have done something wrong, you accept it wholeheartedly. Then accepting praise when you have done something right or when you have done something good. That is taking responsibility. So majority of the time, a lot of people just do a lot of nonsense. And because you have a subordinate, you have a younger one, you push it to them. What you're supposed to see to it that is done, you push it to your younger ones. When that thing goes wrong, you say it is my younger one. Instead of taking responsibility, instead of accepting the fact that you are the one that have done that, but you have placed it in the hand of another person. That is not being responsible. You are dating somebody and you couldn't just wait until everything is over. You get a lady impregnated and then you refuse to take the responsibility of her pregnancy. Instead, you ask her to abort the child. You are irresponsible. Okay, as a lady, you take in, you become pregnant, and that man is not aware, or is aware, but you agreed with him to kill that child. It means you are irresponsible. Because you are afraid of what your family will say, because you are afraid of what your church will say, because you are afraid of what your friends will say. Didn't you think about that before you venture into such? As a boss in the office, some memo has been sent to you, some circular have been given to you on what to do in that department. And instead of you to handle it yourself, you choose to push it out to your subordinate. And when it goes wrong, instead of you to own up own up and take the responsibility, instead you want to chastise the junior staff that is under you. It is because you are irresponsible boss. As a father in the home, your children are like this and like that, and you put the whole blame on your wife. You are an irresponsible father because first you are the head, and everything and anything that happens in that family happens directly under your nose. So push blame to your wife doesn't exempt you. It is better you own up and take responsibility for every action and inaction. Because if you are responsible, that is what being responsible entails. As a man in your home, things shouldn't be going on wrong. And you say it is the fault of your children, it is the fault of the maid, it is the fault of the wife. No. You are the first person that anybody will call on. When they are talking about that family, when they are talking about that home, they look for the head. Even during census, they ask who is the head, who is the family head, who is the clan head, who is the community head. So as a head, you have to take responsibility and make whatsoever it is that is going on wrong to be fixed. You are a head in that school, and the staff, they don't fill the diary, they don't mark registers, they don't mark children's assignments, they don't even give assignment, they don't mark the notebooks. They hardly go to classes. And by the time your superior boss gets to you, you say it's not your fault. It is the fault of the staff. No, it is because you are not a good head. Take up responsibility. That is what makes you a real man. Take up responsibilities. That is what makes you a real woman. Take up your responsibility. Own it. That is what makes you a good boss. Take up your responsibility and own it. That is what makes you a good individual. Don't do otherwise. Stop the shifting game blame. What am I saying? Stop shifting blames. Stop that game. It is a game, and that game does not get anybody anywhere than to bring more hurt. So if you are capable of impregnating a lady, be capable enough to accept the responsibility of that pregnancy and not asking her to abort it. If you as a lady is capable of taking in without marriage, be capable enough to carry it, own it as your responsibility to carry that pregnancy to full term. If you are a boss, boss well. If you are a leader, lead well. If you are a head, head well. That way, your responsibility is okay. So take responsibility. That makes you a very responsible person. I hope that sinks down.